Hey, what's up, guys? Houston here. Look, if you're struggling to get a loan to pay a few bills or to get a loan to get your car fixed because your credit is bad, maybe the credit unions or the banks don't want to work with you because you got too high of a debt to income ratio, I'm going to show you exactly where to go that you possibly can get a loan for a couple $1,000s. Now, here's the thing about it. I always tell people these type of loans, they are high interest rate loans. And because they're high interest rate loans, I always tell people if you're working a job, the first thing you want to do, you want to go to your current employer, okay? And you want them tell them you want to file exempt. All right. And so what that'll do, that's going to stop them from taking federal taxes out of your check and you can bring home a bigger paycheck. Always try to get people to do this first because these loans that I'm gonna introduce to you, they are high interest rate loans to be transparent, okay? But in order to get approved for exempt, all you have to do is make sure you owe no federal income tax in the prior tax year, and you expect to owe no federal income tax in the current tax year. So long as you don't owe any back taxes or you don't expect to owe any taxes, you can get exempt. All right. And that should be able to help you, which is a free resource by the government. It's called unclaimed .org. And with unclaimed.org, what you'll do, you'll go over to find and claim. And as you can see here, it's a free search engine that the government owns. And what you do, you select your state and you put your name and your address in. And if the state is holding any type of money for you, then they'll send that money out to you. All you have to do is put in a claim for that. All right. So that's the second resource. The third resource is you may have worked a job in the past, okay, and you never received your last paycheck, you never received your last bonus or whatever, or you just moved out of state and never received your last check or something like that. You can go to here. This is webapps.dol.gov, Department of Labor. You put the name of the company, then you're going to put the state in. Once you bring that up, then you put your information in. And then what'll happen if there's any money owed to you, you can file a claim and they'll send that money out to you. All right. That's I wanted to introduce you to before I introduce you to these loans. All right. Now, the lender I'm talking about is Explore Credit. Okay. Now, here's the thing about it with Explore Credit. As you can see, their loans go from 250 up to $2,000. All right. Now, the interesting thing about Explore Credit, they are a tribal lender. And so what that means is that they are not regulated by the government. And because they're not regulated, excuse me, by the government, that means that their interest rate can be much higher than the regulated interest rate by the federal interest rates by the federal government. Okay. But at the same time, they don't do a hard pull on the credit, okay? And I'm gonna explain to you why in a minute. But they don't do a hard pull on the credit, and you don't have to worry about having a high debt to income ratio. Now, one of the things that I always tell people, and I want you all to be aware of this, is that when you applying for this loan, make sure that your monthly income is at least $1,000 after taxes. Okay, that's all it has to be. At least $1,000 after taxes. And yes, you can be on welfare. You can be on disability and still get approved for these type of loans. All right. Now, the reason these lenders don't do a hard pull on the credit, okay, with the major credit bureaus like Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion, because those credit bureaus, they own third party financial databases. And so one of their financial databases is Teletrack. Teletrack is owned by Equifax. So if you ever put in for a loan, okay, online, this system captured that information and they sell it back to lenders like Explore Credit. All right. So that's a first one, first credit bureau you need to know about. The second credit bureau you need to know about is DataX. It's also owned by Equifax. And yes, you can get your financial credit report so you can see exactly what's on the credit report. And a lot of people are not aware of this and they're not paying attention, but this is one of the biggest reasons most people get denied these type of loans is because it has nothing to do with the credit. It's because you may have some outdated information out there that these computers are picking up and they're putting it in your credit file that may not be accurate. Okay. And one of the biggest things that I always see when people say, well, I did not get approved for a loan and I have bad credit and I got $1,000 a month after taxes. Well, the thing about it, if you have an outdated address, that's one of your number one key factors, an outdated address. This is what will get you denied. All right. So that's the reason I try to tell you guys about these. Now, another place you want to check, and you can get your credit reports from these bureaus as well, is LexisNexis. LexisNexis keeps up with all of your information and stuff. They sell it to the credit bureaus as well. Then you also have Clarity. Clarity is owned by Experian. Okay, so some of these tribal lenders they get the information from Clarity, and when they get the information from Clarity, that's when they make their decision. But I just want to show you with Clarity, you can get your report. You can look at your Clarity credit score, which is your financial credit score. You can put a fraud alert on it. You can do a security freeze. You can opt out. Okay, and so you can also contact them as well. Now there's another one. All right. And so this other one is Factor Trust. They're owned by TransUnion. Okay. And as you can see here, like you'll be able to do disputes and stuff. But yes, you can do a pre-screen, opt out, all of those things. You can get your report. The thing about it, the reason that you want this is like I said, you want to make sure that when you applying for lenders and stuff like that, that they have all the accurate information. This lender is CreditLand. Okay. Now with CreditLand, they offer up to $2,500. Okay. And so since they offer up to $2,500, now with CreditLand, they are a platform. So what that means is that when you put in your information, all right, they have these other tribal lenders that they send your information out to see who would be willing to give you a loan. Now, again, with Explore Credit, they are a direct lender, okay? And again, since they are a direct lender, they are much easier to work with. Now, I want to show you one other thing. Now, you see where it says this here? They use Clarity and they use Factor Trust. Those credit bureaus I was just telling you about. Now, there's another thing that you need to know. If you are in one of these states, Illinois, New York, Pennsylvania, Georgia, North Carolina, um, New Jersey, Virginia, Massachusetts, Maryland, Alabama, Connecticut. If you're in any of these here states, there's no reason for you to apply for this here lender. Okay. And so you may have to look at CreditLand because with CreditLand, again, because it is a platform, so they may be able to help you out. All right. So I hope this video helps you. I'm just trying to encourage you and let you know there are lenders out there that'll work with you, even with bad credit. All right. So I'll see you in the next video.